Very good morning to you. Welcome to our Bird Notes. This is Dwight Davis. With winter come the ducks and the geese. Also here to spend the season are the loons. Loons are water birds of the far north. They breed during the short summer and migrate south for the winter. Most people have seen pictures of the common loon, usually on Canadian travel posters. The handsome bird is swimming on a pristine deep blue lake surrounded by a dark green forest. However, when seen here in the winter, the common loon is less likely to be a candidate for a calendar or a postcard. The white checkering on the black back is gone, as are the striped neckband and the black head. What we get is a gray-brown bird with a white throat, swimming in our bays and lakes. In addition to the common loon, the smaller red-throated loon winters here also, but again the winter plumage is different from the breeding plumage. The nominate red throat and the slate-gray neck are replaced by white. In any plumage, however, the bill appears slightly upturned. It's a good way to identify this bird. The common loon's bill is thick and dagger-like, also very distinctive. Loons eat fish and are very adept at catching them. They should be. They've been perfecting their technique for some 70 million years now. They're one of the more ancient lineages of birds. Loons hunt from the surface of the water, putting their heads into the water and looking about. Their big feet and strong legs, positioned well back on the body, propel them toward their prey very rapidly under the water. The British call loons divers, by the way, for obvious reasons. Our word, loon, is derived from a Scandinavian word for water bird or diving bird. The northern origin of the name is quite fitting, for loons are well known all around the northern hemisphere. Canada, by the way, now has a $1 coin with a loon pictured on one side. Our neighbors to the north call the coin a loonie. There are legends and stories about loons from many cultures. The Yakuts in Russia, Aboriginal Algonquin tribes in Canada, the Inuits in Alaska, residents of the Shetland and Faroe Islands, and of Norway and Sweden, they all have stories and beliefs about, and varying names for, the 5 species of loons that inhabit the north. One of these legends comes from Finnmark in the far north of Norway. It was derived from the fact that the bird's legs, so perfectly placed for swimming, make loons very ungainly on land. The story goes as follows. At the beginning of the world, the loon was created without any legs. When the Earth Mother saw her mistake, she was furious at her own stupidity and threw a pair of legs after the bird. Unfortunately, they landed in the wrong place. The positioning of the bird's legs made it so difficult to walk that it only came ashore in the week prior to Christmas. Accordingly, some Norwegians named the 4th Sunday in Advent Omer Sunday, Omer being a corruption of Immer, the dialect name for the loon. Well, today is the 4th Sunday in Advent, and if you should see a large bird walking about clumsily today, it just might be a loon. And finally, there is the phrase, as crazy as a loon. Where does that come from? Well, one has to be near that lake surrounded by those pine trees to readily appreciate the answer. In breeding season, the loon has an eerie, unsettling call, sounding very much like a creature deranged.